Good morning, lovely people. I just realized I have not added Embarkation Nation to our credits in our live. I am so sorry for that.
Oops, write that
We
down.
are going to give a special shout out to Embarkation Nation, our member that joined us a few weeks ago, and I have failed to add them to our credits in the show, in the live show. I apologize for that.
I made a sticky note.
Okay, great. We want to say good morning to all of our subscribers, our viewers, our listeners, people that are watching us from hashtag Team Replay, those of you that will be watching us later on today. We just want to welcome you all. If you're new to our show, I'm Robin, this is Chet, and we are Sea Lake Journeys.
That's right.
That's right. That's all you got.
That's all I have to say today.
Okay. So we have morning shows every morning, Monday through Friday from 8 to 8:30. And today our topic is, when exactly is the best time to take that cruise?
Well, in my opinion, any time you can get on that ship is the best time. But we're going to go more detail than that.
There you go. So we are going to go more detailed than that. So we're going to talk about when is the best time to go to Alaska, Hawaii, the Caribbean, Australia, New Zealand, and where exactly do you find all this awesome information at?
Oh my gosh, there's so much to cover in only 30 minutes.
So we're going to start off by saying good morning to everyone that was in the chat. How about that?
There's 400 people in there.
Is there 400 people in there?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So you'll have to Lowell Jones's quote of the day. I know it's way up here. I got it. Okay.
I did pin it. Yes.
The very first one in the house this morning was
The Z Show.
It was StreamYard.
Oh, that's right. That quacky little duck. With
You
those great
always say
headphones.
the quacky little duck with the great headphones.
He looks like this.
But it was the Z-Man. The Z-Man. I'm so glad you're feeling better today, Z-Man.
Right on, Z-Man.
And then the Gaylords came in.
That's right.
And Lori Barber, she has surprised herself this morning.
I know. She's like, I can't believe I woke up 2 days in a row. How
With
about
the
that?
live event. So
All right, Lori, for that, you get a squeaky.
And then Lowell Jones. And Lowell Jones brings us our quote of the day. And here it is.
We are all broken. That's how the light gets in, from Ernest Hemingway. How about that?
How about
you can't get the light in if you ain't got a crack in there to let that light in.
You ain't got a crack.
So if you've got a crack to let that light in, you're okay.
Okay, so I'm not sure where Chet came up with that.
That's
one,
a great
but
from Ernest Hemingway, obviously. Great author.
Obviously. Okay. And then we had Sharon Rowling came in and joined us, and Eddie Lugo.
Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Eddie. Or should I say yo, yo, yo?
Yo, yo, yo. And then the next one in the house was T&T's Adventures to Sea.
Tom and Terry, good morning to you up there. I guess if it's in the 40s here, y'all are probably getting some real cold up there.
So just to show you what they talk about, all kinds of stuff in this chat in the morning. I actually wrote this down. The Gaylords went and bought 36 eggs, and he had to go take out a small loan.
Yeah. It's true. That's why I don't buy them 36 at a time, because our credit's not big enough to get 36 eggs. So I have to sell for just a dozen.
And Lori Barber has a question.
Lori says, question to everyone. Since we came back from the cruise, I have horrible cankles. What can I do to lose the swelling? Definitely the worst ever. So
I get that too, Lori. I'm glad to hear that somebody besides me gets it. Not that I'm glad that you've got it, but what happens to me is that it's the drinking the water on the ship and not the bottled water, because it's desalinated. How you say it? They have a desalination, and the dishes are washed with it and everything. And there's still some sodium in the water. So the only way I get rid of it is drinking lots of fresh water here from the United States that my body's used to. And basically you're retaining water because of the sodium in the foods and everything else that you've had on the ship. So just drink lots and lots of water. That's my best.
Flush it out. That's the only way to go.
Yep. And good morning to CME Traveling.
Good morning.
And good morning to the Fearless Rambler.
Good morning.
And Captain Billy.
Ahoy there. Captain Billy says ahoy to everybody. And the captain is here at Sea Lake Journeys. Woohoo!
And good morning, Diane. So nice to have you with us.
And she says good morning to everybody out there too.
Yeah, and Lowell Jones says, Lori, put your feet up.
Anti-inflammatory diet and put them legs up. There you go.
Yep.
Some more
And
good tips there.
The Gaylords say just do a no sodium diet for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a ticket. Flush it out with water and cut your sodium back.
Yep. And good morning to Elaine.
Elaine says, good morning to everyone listening while getting ready for the day. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, Elaine. Woo-hoo!
And everybody get those salutes up because Mark the Shark is in the house.
And he says, hello, all my beautiful people.
So
how about
sweet.
that? Mark the Shark, we missed you yesterday, brother. We figured you was down there in an island and just fell asleep on the beach, eating some great island food.
And good morning to Destination Fun.
Good morning, Destination Fun.
And good morning to Paul. He is listening while driving.
That's right. Where's Paul heading today? Paul, are you heading to work? Are you heading to, I don't know, to Buc-ee's? That's where a lot of people seem to go these days.
So if you're listening while doing what, Chet?
I think he's heading to Buc-ee's. I think
other people.
That's what they're doing. They're heading to Buc-ee's this morning.
Everybody's heading to Buc-ee's.
Everybody's heading to Buc-ee's this morning. If Paul's heading to Buc-ee's, everybody's heading to Buc-ee's. How about that?
We don't have a Buc-ee's, so I don't know what.
Well, they got to just drive a long way. That's all I'm saying.
And good morning to the Moonlight Adventures.
Good morning, Moonlight Adventures. Yesterday, he was listening while flying, getting ready to fly in a plane to work. Can you imagine having to get in a plane to go to work? That's got to be a long ride. So the Fearless Rambler put a comment up here. He's going to have to tell us about this. No eggs in Colorado due to new laws. Okay, yeah. Give us another clue there, George. That's interesting. The new laws? I'll tell you, we've had a shortage on eggs down here. You got to buy them when you see them. Even if you don't need them yet, go over and grab them. If you see, oh, wow, there's 4 dozen eggs over there, I better go get one. Yep. And good morning to Ocean Travel. Ocean to Ocean. Bruce had a big old show last night. I think everybody was there. And here's Moonlight Adventures. It happens to me, too. It was rather shocking the first time. Talking about that swelling right there, y'all. I think everybody gets a little bit of it. You can tell by your rings, too. If my rings, that's where it starts with me, right? I can't get my rings off. I have to watch out for my leg because I can't let my leg get swelled up, and then I can't put my... Can't put this bad boy right here on. I'm in a wheelchair all the time. And that has happened before. The first day on the ship, he couldn't put the leg on for a couple of days. So, and good morning to the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. And they're saying good morning to everybody in the chat right there. Good morning to you, Vanilla Gorilla and Gypsy. I said it backwards. Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla. Okay. That'd be like saying Journey's Leg C. Hey, good morning. Lexi. Good morning, Journey. There you go. Yeah. And Chet, why don't you go ahead and we'll just do quick things here. Captain Billy says, I wish I was going to Buc-ee's. It's only 30 minutes away from me, but I'm working at home instead. Hey, will you take that 30-minute break there, Captain Billy, on your lunch break? Drive on up there to that Buc-ee's and, be part of that Sea Lake Journey show the right way this morning. We've never even been to Buc-ee's. Never been there. Never been there. But we do have a video that's going to be coming up of where we did go. Remember that? We went to Love's. I'm not Don't tell them. It's a secret. Yes, you are. I'm not putting it up. We'll put it up in the morning show. Put it up. Diane says egg shortage caused by decrease in birds thanks to a bird flu. Oh, really? I did not know that. See, we learned stuff here on this show this morning. Thank you for that, Diane. I did not know that. I was wondering why it was everywhere. I said, wow, what happened to all of our chickens, Z-Man says, breaking news. The FAA has grounded all flights until 9:30 Eastern time due to a computer glitch. Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine that? All flights canceled till 9:30? Oh, my gosh. I can't. Thanks for that, Z-Man. That's fun information. That's some serious breaking news. If you were traveling today by plane, good thing you went yesterday, Josh. Today, you might be stuck sitting somewhere. Here's what TNT has to say. TNT says, it's my belly that sweeps up after a cruise. I think he swells up. Yeah, belly that swells up. Yeah, mine too there, Tom. I'll tell you what, I always gain about 10 or 70 pounds. A Fearless Rambler says egg producers are now required to give 1 square foot of space to all egg-laying hens in order to sell eggs in the state. Oh, so that now they're required to give 1 square foot of space. Okay. So by 2025, all egg-laying hens in Colorado will be required to be cage-free. That's interesting. So law changes and the bird flu, all kinds of stuff is sweeping through the egg market here. So when my grandmother was alive, they had chicken houses, and they actually raised chickens for Purdue. And they had 2 big chicken houses. One chicken house held I think it was like 200,000 chickens, and the little chicken house held like 100,000. And of course, while they're waiting for the chickens to be big enough to slaughter for Purdue, they are selling the eggs, and the eggs come down on a conveyor belt. And my grandma would put them in the great big square carton that holds like, I don't know how many dozen eggs.
And that Purdue chickens, they're not considered cage free because the chicken house is one great big open, long house, and they have little nesting boxes for the females to get up and lay their eggs, but they can roam around anywhere in that chicken house they want to roam around at. And it's like a 2-story building, so they have little things up there where they can jump up there. So maybe that's what they're trying to do in out there in your state, is get them to have them a little bit more movement.
And they'd have to be in some kind of house, otherwise coyotes get them, and the cold weather get them.
And here's something interesting from the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
It's frosty here this morning. Did anyone see the green comet last night? Is that a TV show or like something that flew through the space?
I don't know. I didn't hear about it.
I didn't either.
I love the way y'all talk about things that I didn't know.
Oh, comet was also a car. Maybe there was a green car that went by. No.
And here's,
let's know what that is.
The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
The chicken farm near us lost millions of dollars of chickens a few months ago.
Oh, my goodness.
I do remember him mentioning that now that I think about it. Diane says chicken population is down by 5%.
Yeah.
Wow.
And everybody's telling, Fearless Rambler that's really cool information. We had no clue.
Yeah, that's stuff that inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, right.
And here you come to Sea Lake Journeys to find out about the chickens today.
Chickens.
Who knew? I'm giving us a squeaky for that today. Thanks for all that input, guys. We really appreciate that information. The Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla say the egg semis basically stopped coming and going.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Man, that means it really hit them hard.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that was a green comet in the sky last night.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
I had no clue. Good morning, Kathy. So nice that you could join us today.
Oh, she says she's on the way to that 4-letter word.
I know it. I hate that 4-letter word.
You know, there's only one good 4-letter word. Actually, there's a couple. One of them is a ship, and one of them is a port. Anything other than that, we don't care for. So thank you for that, Kathy.
So let's get on with our topic. So let's do Alaska first.
Alaska.
When's the best time to go to Alaska?
I'll tell you what, let's go in November.
November?
November should be a great time to go to Alaska, right? Wrong. Alaska has a season, and you can't even go there in November. You have to go in the season, which is between May and September. So keep that in mind. And what is the best time to go to Alaska? Well, that depends on what you're looking for. But typically the answer is going to be July and August, because the days are really long and the sun's out, the least amount of rain, the best days for you to go out there and see everything. However, that being said, if you want a chance to see the Aurora Borealis, then you want to go in September. You know, so you got to know these things, knowing where you're going, when's the best time to go to get what you want to see. You know? Right.
And some of the wildlife you can only see certain times of the year because like the bears are hibernating and that kind of thing. So depends on what kind of wildlife you want to see as well. Do you want to see the salmon running?
Right.
Yeah.
So if you want to find out those things, you know, and so those are the best times you want to go to Alaska to see certain things. And of course, there's more information on that, but we're going to tell you how to find out that information here at the end. So stick around.
And here's the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
They say, yep, a green comet and a red moon.
I did notice that the moon was a little different color when I was coming home from work last night, but I didn't realize I should be paying attention.
Man, it makes you wonder what color the sun's going to be when it comes up.
And Eddie wants you to know that 4-letter word, Chet, is cafe.
Cafe. There you go, cafe.
Oh, and the Gaylords, that 4-letter word is bank.
Bank.
And the Moonlight Adventures says that Alaska in August is amazing.
August is amazing. That's one of the recommended months there. You get those long days, less rain, more sunshine. Great time to go, they say.
Yep. And Scott Smith.
Good morning, Scott.
Good morning.
He says good morning. He's driving and listening. All right, Scott, we appreciate that, buddy. Hanging in there with us this morning.
And Eddie Lugo says that he hibernates most of September and October. I think he's talking about himself, not the bear, right? Yeah, here's the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla talking about the salmon running.
Salmon running? And here I always thought they swam. Yeah, they got the running salmon up there.
There you go. And good morning to Tanisha. Tanisha's bringing us the day of the day.
All right, that's from Leonard Family Fun, and they say good morning. Happy National Heritage Treasures Day, National Arkansas Day, National Step in a Puddle and Splash with Your Friends Day. I like that one. National Human Trafficking Day. Oh my goodness, I didn't know they had a day for that. And National Milk Day. Celebrate. You know what? I could use a glass of milk right now.
I could too. And I want to say
some chocolate milk.
I want to say first about the egg thing. We when my grandchildren were younger, my daughter is a homeschooled mom. So we went to go stay in an Airbnb, and she wanted one that had learning education that the kids could do. So they had chickens, and every day we went out and picked up fresh eggs for breakfast. And that was quite fascinating that the kids could learn about the chickens. And we got the people that own the Airbnb suggested things that we feed the chickens. So we went and got mealworms, the dried mealworms to feed the chickens. And it was really fun. I
thought it was fun looking at the chickens' expressions when you picked up their eggs. Some of them looked at you like, oh, thank God they got rid of that thing. And other ones were looking at you like,
give me that back.
I'll just make another one. Fine, take that one.
And the second thing I wanted to say was Leonard Family Fun says they're just getting in the car, about to head home from the gym.
All right.
So I am so excited that so many of us have jumped on to 2023 being a healthy year for all of us.
That's right.
Some of us are working out. Some of us are watching what we eat. Some of us are watching what we drink. Some of us
are doing all the above.
All the above. And I just can't wait to hear in April where everybody has come.
Well, it's going to be a progress. Hopefully we'll get to hear a progress as we go from everybody as we go. If you hit a milestone in that, hey, pop it in,
Yes, pop it in any live, because I know that Z-Man is doing it in his live. Anybody that's doing a live, pop in and say, hey, this is where I am so far on my 2023. Loving yourself and paying attention to yourself and putting you first, so that you can be healthy for everyone else. And here's Learn Family Fun.
Oh, see 22 in the chat and only 14 likes. Come on, hit that thumbs up. Thank you for that, Tanisha.
And
a squeaky for Tanisha.
Ocean to Ocean is talking about Z-Man's, because Z-Man's, we're all in this. So is Ocean to Ocean. We're all trying to do healthier options.
Yeah, it was Bruce's idea, Ocean to Ocean. So let's all jump on it.
Let's all jump on it. Because let's face it, every single one of us can choose one healthier option than what we're doing now. Oh, yeah. And here's Lori Barber.
I have heard that Alaska is a must-do cruise, but we're not into cold and wet weather. That's why you want to go in the July and August months right there, Lori. It's not that cold. I wore shorts the whole time we walked around up there.
Right. The first time we went to Alaska, Chet did. He wore shorts the whole time. I mean, the whole time. I know he only has one leg, so one leg's metal. But
and it never got cold.
I wore long sleeve shirts and just regular slacks.
If you go up there July and August, you'll love it.
And it really wasn't wet for us up there. If you've ever been to the Caribbean, really, Alaska is similar to the Caribbean. And there'll just be a little rain shower come out of nowhere, and it doesn't last long.
We had 3 days, though, with absolutely no rain at all. And even they told us, wow, this is weird. We usually never go 3 days without some kind of rain.
And they say that Washington, D.C. gets more snow than they do.
Yep, that's what they told us. They said, we don't get that much snow here on the coast.
So don't let the cold and wet keep you away from Alaska. It's definitely a place to go.
Yes.
And let's see what...
You can come with us in May, Lori.
You can, Lori. You can come with us in May.
We're going on the Majestic Princess on the 13th, heading northbound. If you want to know about that, send us an email there. We'll give you the information.
Or contact Ocean to Ocean. They'll be glad to set that travel up for you.
That's right. If you don't want to set it up yourself, Bruce will be happy to help you.
And here's Diane.
Diane says, I took my grandkids out to meet the chickens that we get eggs from and the bees who make our honey. Oh. Not only did they learn a lot, but so did I.
There you go.
Right on. Sometimes I forget stuff and I go see something like that and I'm like, wow.
Yep. And good morning, lovely
Keisha. Keisha says,
good morning, Keisha.
Pronounced your name. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to give you a squeaky.
And Diane says that she was not so happy meeting the cows. You know what? I lived on a farm. We had cattle. We had dairy cows. We had chickens. We had hogs. We had it all. And you just learned that, that's life. That's the circle of life.
Yeah, my grandpa had a big old dairy farm up in New York. So I got to go up there and hang out on the farm during the summer.
And here's Ocean to Ocean travel.
We went in August, Lori Barber, and it wasn't real cold. And it only rained 2 days. It wasn't bad. There you go. You get some more firsthand experience right there.
Yes.
That's the person you want to contact, Lori. Law Jones says, when we went in, it was in the 80s. and the locals were freaking out. They did not have AC. Lori says cruising in April, but would love to join you. Hey, it's in May, so you got a whole month of gap in there to catch up with us.
So then our next place to go to is Hawaii.
Hawaii. Hey, check it out. What is the
best time? Now, we were going to go to Hawaii before COVID hit, and our Hawaii cruise got canceled. And so we never made it to Hawaii, but we are going to make it to Hawaii one day.
And we did our homework before we booked that cruise because they say the best weather in Hawaii for the best weather is in April and May or September and October. So we had ours booked for October because we thought we want the best weather. But however, you have to compromise sometimes. You may call up Ocean to Ocean or your travel agent, whoever you got, and say, hey, I want to go to Hawaii and I want to go when the weather's the best and I want to see the whales. Well, if you want to see the whales, the best time to see them is January through March, and chances are you're going to get rain.
Right.
So you're going to miss the best weather time, but you're going to get to see the whales.
And one reason why we scheduled Hawaii, even though we didn't get there, when we did was because when we were in Alaska, we saw the whale, and the whale migrate from Alaska to Hawaii. So we kind of wanted to see the whale that we saw in Alaska. We wanted to see them again when we were in Hawaii.
We want to say, hey, whale, do you remember us? We're Sea Lake Journeys. Remember we saw you up on that boat in Alaska?
Pictures of you. You remember that?
Look, is that you? Oh, I'm sorry. That's your twin brother? Oh, okay.
And here's Sharon rolling.
Sharon says, my nephew Jackson was at home with his mom and he tried to pick up a baby rattlesnake.
Oh no.
My niece had to call him back inside. Can you imagine an 8-year-old picking up a baby rattlesnake? Yes, I can, Sharon, because I got in trouble for taking water moccasins to school because I was always down there playing with them in a pond I grew up with, and I took one to school in a jar one day and almost got suspended. Luckily, my dad was a school teacher and got me out of it.
So some of you have heard us talking about we had a traveling drama team, a bunch of teenagers, about 20 teenagers we traveled across the country with. And we were out in Arizona, I believe it was. And the guide was taking us across, these rocks and stuff. And every time you stepped on this one rock, there was a couple of kids in front of me. And they said, hey, this rock makes noise when you step on it.
Yeah, it made a noise.
And
all right.
The guide came up and said, would you say? And they said, yeah, this rock sings when you step on it. He says, that's a rattlesnake. It's under the rock. He's telling you, stop stepping on my rock.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty funny. So we're all going to stepping on
so
that
everything, rock. It's like, okay, everybody don't be stepping on that rock. You're upsetting the rattlesnake that's under it. And and here's Diane.
Diane says, I went in February and it was in the low 80s and it rained at night.
Mm-hmm,
talking about Hawaii there. Yes. Well, I tell you what, I think Hawaii's kind of like Florida. You're going to be in a win-win situation no matter when you go.
Right. And the fearless rambler, he's got to go back outside in a few minutes.
Oh no, and snow blow to get out. He's got to imagine I open his door and snow blow so he can get out the door.
I'm so glad we don't live there, fearless.
Well, I guess we need to talk about booking a Caribbean cruise then, since that's the most popular.
We got some more things in the chat here.
I have seen many times the weather in the summer is warmer than here in New York.
Yes, in Alaska.
We also get more snow than some places in Alaska.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all get more snow than all the coastlines in Alaska, I guarantee you. The Gypsy and Vanilla Grill say, we have Hawaii on the list. My parents met and were married in Hawaii. Aww. And have been back many times. How about that?
Yes. And Diane says that Hawaii is just absolutely gorgeous.
I've always wanted to go to Hawaii because when my dad, he fought in the Pacific Theater in World War II. And when he got shot, they sent him from the Solomon Islands to Hawaii. And he loved Hawaii. And one of his things was always to go back there in his lifetime, but he never did. So I'm going to make sure I get there one day to see what he didn't get to see again.
Mm-hmm.
The Gypsy and Vanilla Grill say, my dad was one of the GIs that would jump off the cliff and the wind would blow him back onto the cliffs for tourists to watch.
That's insane.
Wow.
Crazy. Insane crazy.
Wow.
So our next place we're going to go to is, what is the best time to go to the Caribbean?
Hey, guess what? You think anytime's a good time to go to the Caribbean, right?
It's not.
But they do have, they say the best season for weather-wise is December through April. Why? Because it's a little cooler, a little drier, and sunny, less rain.
Yeah.
So that's the best time if you want to hit the Caribbean. And we do like to go in December. And we have been in February, March, April. We've been in all those months. Those are spectacular months to hit the Caribbean.
Yeah. I mean, even though a lot of people don't mind going to the Caribbean during hurricane season, the Caribbean is the most popular place to cruise on the planet.
Yeah.
And CME Traveling says they love the Southern Caribbean in April.
Yes. You know what? You get down there, it's beautiful. Down there in those ABC Islands and that area. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We went, it was December. And we were in St. Martin and St. Thomas.
Yes.
And the weather was just absolutely gorgeous.
Fantastic.
In December.
Perfect.
Those are our vlogs that we're putting out now of St. Martin. And I haven't gotten of St. Thomas. And I haven't gotten to St. Martin yet.
So for the Caribbean, it's more of the time of when you might want to watch out for is the heavy hurricane season. We know because we live here is usually September. That's the worst month. You know,
right.
You can get them anywhere June through October. But September seems the ones we've always got the heavy ones. Haven't lived here our whole lives. We've got a clue about that. Fearless Rambler says, we love Caribbean in May. So do we, George.
Yeah.
In fact, that's where we ran across the Fearless Rambler on,
yes.
on the Caribbean Princess in the Caribbean in May.
That's right. And Eddie Lugo says the number one point is San Juan. You know, the number one point port used to be Grand Cayman, but when COVID came, it's back to being San Juan again. It kind of, you know, the islands, they bounce around a little bit about what's the number one island to go to.
Well, everybody's got their own number one too. That's for sure.
And good morning to Together We Travel. Good morning, you guys.
Hello, everyone. We went to Hawaii for our honeymoon.
Oh.
Very nice. Planning to go back on our 10th anniversary. That's great.
Congratulations.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
You know what? I'm going to give you a double squeaky for that.
And here's Diane.
I want to get scuba certified before I go to the Caribbean. Hey, guess what, Diane? We were down in St. Thomas and we weren't certified divers, but they had a thing you could go out there and do, and they would do all the training with you and take you on a dive. And I went with one leg off of that boat, believe it or not. And we went down 65 feet that day, non-certified, but they trained everything right there.
You do not become certified just because you did this.
Right. You do all the stuff that you would have to do to get certified, but they don't certify you.
So if you want to go scuba diving, you want to try scuba diving, you don't have to worry about being certified first. Now, they do have awesome excursions for certified divers.
Yes.
There are 2 tank dives, 1 tank dive. And if you are a certified diver, you can see absolutely beautiful things in the Caribbean. So we got some more people here in the chat.
Okay. Lori says, we always cruise around September 10th to the Caribbean.
Yep, there you go.
I know we like to go. I'm trying to get to go on my birthday now.
So our last port that we're going to talk about is the best time to go to Australia and New Zealand. This is very interesting because right now, Don and Tony are down there.
Yeah, the best time to go is during its summer months. And the summer months in Australia and New Zealand are December, January, and February. Yeah.
So they're there technically the best times of the year to cruise there.
And it looks kind of rough down there right now.
And the weather's been horrendous. They couldn't leave port one day, and they couldn't get into port one day. And one day it was raining so hard they were on an excursion, and Tony, I swear he was wet from head to toe. I think his shoes were even sloshing.
So you're probably sitting there wondering, Sea Lake Journeys, how do you know all this information? Well, we're going to give you our sources real quick. Number one, you can find some of this stuff on Google.
You can.
Google, when's the best time, the tourist season at whatever place you're going to go to. The second way you can do is check out your favorite YouTube channels who have been to those places. Let them tell you their experience, when they went, and what happened with them. And the third best place to go is your travel agent. That's right. Your travel agent. Let them do all this homework for you. You don't have to do it. Bruce will do it over there at Ocean to Ocean.
He'd be glad to do it for you.
There are other travel agents out there. If you've got one already, go with them. If you don't have one, hey, check out Ocean to Ocean. And Bruce will do all that homework for you. And he'll let you know when the best time to go to see what you want to see. If you want to see the whales in Hawaii or Alaska, he can help you find out when that is.
That's right. And everybody's laughing at the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorillas comment here.
We went to space. Laugh out loud. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
And so tomorrow, what's our topic tomorrow, Chet?
Tomorrow, what is our topic tomorrow? Oh, it's on cruise stocks.
Oh, cruise stocks.
Cruise stocks.
So tomorrow we're talking about cruise stocks.
Unless something else comes up.
Oh, and good morning to Cruising is Fun Anytime. You're never late, sweetheart. And so we'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.